Hi there, this is Chris from Rend.
How are you?
Also, I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm an Irishman in Florida in the winter, so I'm really living the dream. This is, if I tell the folks back home this, they're gonna be jealous.
I'm sure yeah, the weather is, well, I'm in Michigan, so it's,
Right.
it's in the 20s, so I'm even
See,
envious.
that's the good cold, but you've got snow and you've got it's Christmassy. Whereas back in Northern Ireland, it's just kind of miserable.
Yeah, but you
But
have such beautiful landscaping. I mean,
oh, it's gorgeous, but I would just definitely wait spring before we go and see it again.
well, I'm so excited. I absolutely love your band. I've been playing you for years, and when I saw a new song pop up, for me with Counting Every Blessing, I was like, yes, keep sending them. Like I really love your style. And I'm so excited you're on Winter Jam. Like this is your
Yeah,
first
thanks so
time,
much.
right?
Yeah, we're really excited to be on Winter Jam too. I'm not sure how it took us this long to get around to it, but here we are now, and yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a great tour. This is actually day one, so just getting oriented right now, learning where the food is and stuff. That's what's important to me.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to know where that is. But,
That's it.
this tour is so massive. It's just like
Mm,
one giant beast moving throughout the country. It's
you're right.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much work behind it, but it's so beautiful at
Mm,
the end of the night. I mean, it has such an impact on so many people, and there's so many different
yeah,
styles of music. You got Ledger that's gonna rock, and Newsboys that are
yeah,
gonna be just hyper, and
yep.
you got you guys that are gonna
They're
bring the
already hyper.
twang.
I can confirm.
Yeah, and
They spend their whole lives in a state of hyper. It's not just for stage. It's quite impressive. There's
I
a lot of
know.
energy these boys.
And Michael and Duncan are the worst because
Mm.
Michael and Duncan are hyper 24 hours a day. And every time I've interviewed them, if I interview them like in person, I can't have them together because I lose all control of the interview, and I
Yeah.
might as well just walk away and let them have the microphone and do the whole thing.
It's like kindergarten. I understand.
It is, but
There's an amount of coffee that can get me there. It's just, but it's not my natural state.
and I asked him when I interviewed him for Winter Jam, I said, "You have the energy of like 10,000 toddlers." I said,
Mm.
how do you do it?" And he said, "It's easy." He said, "Because when we go out on the stage at night," he said, "you guys give us all your energy, and we're like vampires. We just suck it out of you." And he said, "That's how we stay looking young." I said, "Well, that's obviously it, because my kids sucked all of mine out of me, so I guess that's how it works."
Yeah, I'm finding it's doing the opposite for me. I need to learn this trick. I feel like I've given out as much energy as I'm getting back anyway.
Well, and I mean, Michael's all over the stage for sure, but you guys have a lot
Absolutely.
going on yours when you're playing. I will say we've been playing Counting Every Blessing, but honestly, I'm still playing My Lighthouse and Build Your Kingdom here.
Mm.
Like, I'm a huge fan of I want to know what
I
you
love that.
consider your style, because I love this style and I never know what to call it.
Well, we had this big conversation about 2 years ago where we couldn't work out what we were, and we're like, guys, we need to do this. Like, we need to have a mission statement. We need to know who we are. And so we kind of sat down and thought, well, I mean, sometimes we're folk, sometimes we're even soul music now. That's like Counting Every Blessing, and we're just all over the map. But what we realized is kind of the thread that runs through it, and this is what we call ourselves now, is that we're a celebration band.
There you
It's
go.
always about joy for us. It doesn't really matter what it sounds like, but we're just always after that particular fruit of the spirit. I feel like that's what we've been called to bring is joy. So that's kind of our anchor point. We don't care what it sounds like. Sometimes it's like Riverdance, and sometimes it's like Sam Smith, and sometimes it's something else completely. But it's always in pursuit of joy in Jesus' name.
I work with a band out of Georgia that has kind of your sound. And sometimes we get called rockabilly, like because
Yeah, I could see that.
yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of like a hillbilly folky rock thing at most of the time. But then we have softer songs. I love Yahweh, and our band we have a song called Yahweh Highway, and
Oh yeah.
it's an upbeat song, just saying, I'm living my life on Yahweh's highway, and
Mm,
like very few people actually use the word Yahweh. So I was excited
right.
to see your song, and it is a beautiful song. I really like it.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's just lots of different expressions of joy. That one is definitely more slow, more contemplative.
Right.
But that's a space that we need to be in as well. As much as we like to jump about, to dance in his presence, to bring out all our crazy instruments, there's just a time, in the Psalms they have this beautiful little word, Selah, that
Yes.
pops up every now and again, and
Hmm.
people's best guess as to what that means is basically take a break, take a little breath, and pause and reflect on all the things that you've been singing. And for us, that's what that song is kind of. That Yahweh song is just this
Yeah.
little Selah moment where we get to breathe in for a second and just realize, hey, God is so good even in the quiet.
So when you make your sounds, does somebody like accidentally drop a tractor chain or something, and you go, "That sounds cool"? Like, I mean, because it has such a cool, like, different, like I don't know. I guess I just can't sometimes identify even like how you're making your sounds at times.
You and me both. I think the truth is we we've always done this in a sort of homemade, throw it together kind of a way. It's like cooking without a recipe for us. We aren't professionals in the studio. None of us. You know, we
That's
joke about it
good.
when we're in Nashville that literally you could walk into any coffee shop, pick five random people, and I guarantee you would have a more talented band.
Oh,
But
no, no.
but the well, but I'm not even worried about that because I don't think people come to see talent. I think people come to see the unique thing that you're putting together, to see the unique chemistry that's between people. I think that's what we have. And so when we record, it's not professional, and we love that. It's like that, like slightly janky looking cake that your mum makes. It tastes pretty good, but it doesn't look like the one in the shop. And that's what I feel like that's what our albums are like a little bit. They're cobbled together, but if you actually bite into it, it's not as bad as you think.
So, you guys dropped the experiment off of your name a while ago. Like, did that
Yeah.
that that obviously didn't stop the experimenting, but like, was there like, is it just because of the length of the name, or did you guys decide on Run Collective for any reason particular?
It was just because I guess kind of the people spoke. Nobody was calling us Rend Collective Experiment, so
Okay.
and with our accents as well. Honestly, the fewer syllables, the more chance you have of people walking away knowing what we're called.
Oh, no, I
and,
could hear you all day long. You could read the dictionary and it would not be boring at all. I absolutely love it. I love Blue Tree, and they come when they come
mm,
up here, and they play a lot at the festival up here in northern Michigan, and
yeah,
I love every time they come up here, and my daughter says, "Can we go see the Leprechaun band backstage?" Because
I'd say. Although Aaron Boyd is quite a big leprechaun. Actually,
yeah,
he's a big fella for Ireland.
he's so
He'd
kind.
be the king of the leprechauns.
Yeah, exactly. But like
Yeah.
they jokingly asked them to say the Lucky Charms thing,
Mm,
And so because they indulged my daughter when she was younger, like now it's
yeah.
the leprechaun. I'm like, they're not leprechauns. Stop saying that. She's like, no, but it's so cool how they talk. And I'm like, then say it's cool how they talk. But in America, we're just so happy to hear anything with a cool accent. Now, are you in Ireland very much during the year, or are you in the States more?
Yeah, it actually changes year to year. We always spend about half our time back home in the UK and Ireland. This year it might be a little bit more than that actually. So yeah, we get home a lot, which is good. It gets you a chance to refresh your accent.
Yeah.
Have your peers remind you that it's not a tomato, it's a tomato.
but when you say it, it's so cool. Do you actually, um, are you in England or are you in Ireland, like where you live?
Yeah, I live in Northern Ireland. So,
Okay.
mentioning Blue Tree, about 10 minutes away from where they live.
Well, so you know them. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, we do quite well. It's been pretty amazing. You know, both of us starting out in these tiny little places in Northern Ireland, and then we're crossing paths now at these big festivals in the states.
yeah.
It's just amazing what God can do.
Well, I'm so happy that they finally took my request to put you on Winter Gym. Um, like I'm just joking, but I do tell them. I mean, we need some rockabilly, whatever they want to call it. This cool collective experiment that you do. I love this style, and I think you bring such a different energy. Like a shift during the night, to have that kind of sound. And I think everybody like has a very celebratory, like you're saying, like a celebratory aspect about your music. And I just want to see like what you're going to use to make the music, or who's going to be doing it, because it seems like it's like constant entertainment just watching who's playing what, who's singing what. So
Yeah.
that's my, I mean, I'm really just a super fan of you, and you're going to be near where you're going to actually be playing at my daughter's college next month here in Michigan. So
Oh wow,
I'm totally
awesome.
excited. So I'm going to say hi to you guys. Some fans wanted to know, are you going to be saying hi at your merch table or anything, because they're dying to meet you?
We're friendly folks. You can count on a wee chat.
Okay. But I didn't know if you guys were going to be able to like go to your merch table at the end of the night or after your performances or anything.
That's for sure the plan. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah, yeah. We're here to make friends.
I'm gonna hunt you guys down and say hi to you, because as many times as I've interviewed you over through the years, I've never actually met you, any of you. So I'm gonna definitely say hi to you next month. And
Yeah, let's put that right.
thank you so much for your incredible music and your hearts, because your hearts are so seen in your music videos. I love your new music video for Counting Every Blessing. I really, I love your style, but your heart is so evident in everything you do, and that's the point. I'm blessed every time I hear you sing.
Well, thank you so much. This has been such an encouraging interview. I feel like I've come away with more than I've given here. Thanks a
Well,
lot.
anytime you can call me up, and as long as you talk with that accent, I will continue to put encouragement back to you.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
You
Have a great rest of your day. Try and stay warm.
Oh, I am. I'm staying out of the doors. I'm staying indoors
Well,
with, yeah. Well, you have a great time in Florida where it's a lot warmer than it is here. And we'll see you next
yeah,
month here in Michigan on Winter Jam.
yeah, fantastic. See you soon.